boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit.
I'm whipping and track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm in trouble. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just underscoring them, boy, man.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I tell her my vision. You young, she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play, I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly, I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights, I'm shining so bright. This visor will cover my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my bad had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking thanks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around in the round. My dog just called, say he finna touch down. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money calling right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits.
No.
Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Hey, two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments.
It's a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. 19-yard line. First play, first pass for Brady. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Reagor from 21 yards away. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now from Murray. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game, able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Rager catches it left side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. We talk a lot about referees trying to protect quarterbacks, and no question they're going to protect number 12.
And really, truly, around the league, the intent is to protect all quarterbacks. It's just common sense. Those are the guys everyone comes to see play each and every week. And that call was pretty easy.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
3. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to win that drive.
Let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
13 yards. First down, Giants.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Rolling to his left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just got to hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Malik McDowell in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Here's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll run left with Pollard. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 44, Murray. Open man downfield is Ridley. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Calvin Ridley, 56 yards. And the Giants are once again back in front. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
The score, Giants 14, Vikings 10.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Bellamy maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, Murray. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 8 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
To throw again on 2nd down, Brady. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Brady. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Top Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Pollard going to try the right side. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Giants. Mike Gesicki, 64 yards. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Cook up the gut. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Brady. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On play action, it's Murray. On the move to his left. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Pollard. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Left side, Cook. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 41, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kadarius Toney, 39 yards. And the Giants have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 55 rushing yards, rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 57 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Luck's good on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Murray now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Here's a give up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Lutz is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Murray now to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Vikings are going to take over here out near the 40. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
So after the INT, it's Brady. This one brought in by Jefferson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 5. Brady now to throw. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Brady. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They run the counter with Cook. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Cook. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
To throw, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. The 4th touchdown pass in the game for Tom Brady. And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Now Murray. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Murray's got to have this one.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by her. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. To throw is Murray. That'll be caught. It's Tony. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first, this one from 38. Gano's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance of getting the ball back.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have 1 timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. The chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. We'll see always a little extra excitement for week 1. One of our early window games here in week 1 as Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back
coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1